Welcome to my channel, Surprise Comics. I'm coming back at you with another comic book haul today. We'll get right to it because I got a lot of books to show. Last weekend I went up to Los Angeles to hit up Wondercon to see what that con was all about. So first time going to Los Angeles for a Comic Con, is pretty pleased with it. I thought it went pretty well. A lot of good vendors and stuff. A lot of people I've heard online complaining about the prices being too high and stuff, and I could definitely agree that a lot of the vendors were way too high. But I spent I spent pretty much all day Saturday digging in long boxes and trying to find different books and stuff, and I think I did pretty well. So we'll start out with this right here. This is Avenging Spider-Man #1. This is the 1 in 75 variant by J. Scott Campbell. Picked that up for 20 bucks. I thought it was a pretty good deal for that book. It's a pretty high grade, so there's a couple little issues that could be pressed out. I'll probably end up getting that book graded eventually, so I'm very pleased with that. Next up, we got Batman number 358. This is the second part of the first Killer Croc storyline. I'm not sure if Jason Todd shows up in this issue or not, but his 357 is a book you want to get, and that book's really going up in value. But there's like a whole three-part. There was 357, 358, and 359. Those are all good books to get. I picked this up because it was in really high grade. It was only like $6, so couldn't pass up that. This one I needed for my run. This is Batman 423. This is a Todd McFarlane cover. Nothing else really too key about it. It's just popular for the McFarlane. Did not have this in my collection, so I was glad to pick it up. It was really cheap, only paid $2 for it. And you can often see this book is like a $10 to $20 book, especially in this grade. I picked up another copy of Batman #4. This is one I pick up whenever I see it cheap. This is the first cameo appearance of the Court of Owls, where you see the people with the weird owl mask on. Definitely don't miss many opportunities to get that one. I got another copy of the variant of Batman 35 variant with the Red Hood. This is the in-game part 1. A great story. Really love this issue, so happy to have that. I also got the variant for number 36, and the in-games, these are all Andy Kubert covers. And these in-game storyline have like really awesome regular covers, and the variant covers are really good too. All this stuff is pretty high demand. I picked these up for 10 bucks each. If you saw my Amazing Arizona Comic Con, there was a vendor who had all these really hard to find variants for like $5 to $10 a piece. And first person I see when I walk through the door at WonderCon is the same vendor, and so I hit his booth back up. He restocked a lot of stuff I bought, had some new stuff I didn't get the first time, so I was really excited to see him. This one was out of order. This is Batman #6. This is probably my favorite cover of all the new 52 books. Craig Capullo just killed it with that one. And there's certain books of early Batman I pick up whenever I see him for $10 or less, and this is one of them. It's just an awesome book. It's sure to be in demand for years to come. And the last one of the Batman books that I got, at least for the regular series, is Batman 38. This is the in-game part 4 variant. What can you say? Killing Joke reference right there on the cover. Really awesome. Super excited to have that one. I just love all those covers. We'll move these out of the way to make room for some more. Up next, we got Batman Europa #1. This is the Jim Lee sketch variant. This was a 1 in 100 limit. And I got a couple copies of it. I'll show you the one. And I got it for $10. And this is easily a $40 or $50 book. Slowly picking up these Batman The Dark Knight books out of dollar bins and stuff. I didn't really collect it when it first came out. There's just so many Batman books. But whenever I can pick them up cheap. I got this one for $4, so just a little bit over cover price. Excited to have that one finally. Got Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is the Eastman variant. It's like, I got this for $15. Really nice Eastman art on there. It's cool to see his Batman. Pretty valuable book, goes for a bit on eBay. This is a book I've been on the hunt for since it came out pretty much. I just never wanted to pay the exorbitant prices. I got this one for $25. Just still a little more than I wanted to pay, but really it's half the price I've seen them going for it. They've really calmed down. It used to be a $100 book easily. Really this is one of the best things about Convergence, because the story was just awful, but some of the covers were really cool, especially on the variant. So Adam Hughes drawing Catwoman again. Can't go wrong with that. Picked up another issue of DC Bombshells #1. This is the variant, 1 in 25. I think I only paid $5 for this one, so just a little bit more than cover. I'm not sure what's going to happen with this series. They're DC Rebirth. They're killing off a lot of their main titles, but since this is already kind of an Elseworld out of continuity title, it may just continue going. Obviously, it wasn't part of the Rebirth plans, if you've been following that, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're canceling it. So we'll see. There's a release of the book in June, and we'll see what happens when July comes out. I don't know if it said it was the final issue on that release. Pick this one. This is my second copy in a month. It's funny how I've been looking for this book for ages. Never really found it very often, and when I did, it was always a little bit overpriced. And then I was able to pick this one up. I picked up one a couple weeks ago for $10, and I got this one for $4, even cheaper. This one's not as in good a shape as my other copy, but still excited to have it. We got Flash #1, 1 in 25 variant from the New 52. Had the regular cover, saw this one for $5, couldn't pass up on it. We got Harley Quinn #0, 1 in 25 variant. Make some room for some more. So, Wondercon was really good for more modern type books. When I got into older books, it really got more overpriced, so that's why I have most of the modern ones here. Harley Quinn #1. First print and second print. Got this for $10 a piece. I love this Harley Quinn #11. Harley Quinn is trying to steal Power Girl's clothes. Doesn't quite fill them out the same way. Another one of the Harley Quinn and Power Girl issues, #12. Harley Quinn in Space. This one came out just a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to get my hands on it, and it was actually worked out for the best because I paid a lot less for it. I got a couple copies of that one, Batman 25. It's the first time in Harley Quinn where we see the Joker and Batman and everything. So again, I got another Harley Quinn variant, Harley Quinn's Little Black Book, #2 variant featuring the Green Lantern. This one I picked up for $10 as well. It's a couple years older. It's Harley Quinn, Our World at War. Fairly high grade. Looked a lot better when I first bought it. It's probably a VF copy, maybe with a potential to get to near mint minus with the press. But I'm still happy to have it either way. And the last of my Harley Quinn books, Harley Quinn #1 for the Road Trip Special. So one shot came out last summer or last fall. I can't remember exactly when. But it got the Gotham City Sirens back together. I'll just keep plowing through these. Don't want my videos to be too long. Some of my more recent ones have been longer. Thanks everyone for watching. I haven't been able to I'd like to make about one video a week, but I'm more on like 3, like every 10 days or so I'm getting one out. So it's but my view counts on my videos have been going way up lately. My subscriber count's up to 250 now, so it's really awesome. Thanks for everyone who subscribed. Here we got Justice League of America #64. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Red Tornado. This book got a little bit of heat last summer when they announced that he was going to show up on the Supergirl show. His one appearance was kind of lame, but I have a feeling that we haven't seen the last of this character, and he could be making many more appearances in the future. So I got this one for $12. It was pretty high grade. I did miss a little bit of a little bend slash tear right here on the cover, but it's not too major. So in this condition for 12 bucks, that's still pretty good still. Yeah, I picked this up. This is a one of my local comic shops has this. Is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1 Exceed exclusive, and it's 20 bucks in his store. And then somehow someone at this con had a stack of them for 10 bucks a piece. So I figured why not? I picked up another copy to kind of split the balance on that. I got a Miss Marvel #1. You know, I think there's like 8 or 9 different Miss Marvel #1s out there, so I figured why not have one of the mini. So I picked that one up. It was only $2. Nice patriotic flag back there. Picked up this one. I thought this was really cool. New Suicide Squad variant. We got the Joker's daughter and Harley Quinn fighting over the mallet. We both feel like they're the ones that are the Joker's favorite and should have it and stuff. So another $10 variant there. I picked up this Power Girl #1. This is a 1988 miniseries for Power Girl, and to me, Power Girl is like one of the least, one of the more underrated characters. Her comic books aren't very valuable, so I like to pick them up when I see. Like this one, I got for $2, super high grade. So I figured why not get it at that price. Another one I picked up. This was a $6 book. Ragman #1. This is the first appearance of Ragman. Ragman's a really cool character. Really like his backstory and his origin and stuff. Read it up on it a little bit. Very, you know, I guess that every character I think is underused and underrated. Got their own book and stuff. There'd be too many books. But it's, you know, I think it'd be cool to get some of the better writers today to take a crack at him and kind of reintroduce them. I think Grant Morrison included him as part of his Batman run a few years ago. And, you know, it's just one of those darker street level characters that you don't see you know, could definitely be used more. And then here's Poison Ivy, Psycho Life and Death. This is the Terry Dodson variant. I really like this variant. This is one I tried to get when it first came out, and it's pretty hard to get right away, but it seemed to really, you know, if you go on eBay, you can get it for like less than 20 bucks. I only paid 10 for this copy. So it's not a terribly valuable book, but I really think it's a nice cover, and you know, this this series is getting really nice reviews and done pretty well. They've already gone to second printing, I think, on both the first 2 issues. Not both the 1 and 2, but at least on 1 they did second printing on. So, you know, obviously there's more of a demand for it than they anticipated. So, next up, these two go together. These are super excited to find. I got Robin War Part 1 and Part 2. I love connecting covers. These ones, like, I don't think any of my local stores, you know, if they got them, they were gone so fast I never even saw them there. Awesome artwork on this. We got our 2 sides of you know, Jason Todd and Damian Wayne going up against Dick Grayson and Tim Drake Robins. We have all the We Are Robins in the back there. Just love this connecting cover. And the best thing is I only paid $4 a cover. $4 an issue for this. Cover price is $5. So I got these less than cover price to get this awesome. You know, these books go for $20 to $30 online. You know, $50 for the set probably. So to get them for $8 for both of them is just awesome. Really like those two. Picked up another copy of Starfire #1, 1 in 25 variant. A really cool cover. We got Superman #34. And the thing that's significant about this cover is it's a John Romita, and not John Romita Jr. This is John Romita Sr. And, you know, if you know much about John Romita, he's very much a Marvel guy. get a cover with his artwork on it on a DC book, and not just any DC book, but Superman, drawing Superman himself. And if you look at it, definitely has that John Romita style to it. Just a cool, awesome looking cover. Just love it. And there's a little funny thing. I'm sure a lot of you that are watching this probably watched the show Comic Book Men. And a few weeks ago, they had an episode where they had John Romita Jr. come on, and he hung out with the guys and drew some stuff. And when they showed a picture of John Romita Jr.'s artwork, the comic book they flashed up was this comic book right here, which isn't even a John Romita Jr. cover. So like the TV program screwed up so bad they put his dad's work up. So talk about being your dad's shadow, that even nowadays he can't even get away from it. So here's one not nearly as nice, but kind of similar. John Romita Jr. 1/100 variant, Superman number 39. Got another copy of Superman Unchained number 9. Awesome wraparound cover. Jim Lee's artwork, usually I prefer the full color over the sketch, but there's something about Jim Lee's pencils that just really pop in that you don't see in that. This one I was able to get when it came out. I picked this one up too for $10. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 50. This is a very key issue in Ninja Turtles lore. And this is a Jack Kirby / Eastman cover, which is really cool to get a Kirby cover on a brand new book still. Next books are probably, these are my sleeper picks, the ones that you should, keep your eye out for in your LCS. And they're really not that easy to find. I've been keeping an eye out for them for probably 6-7 months. This is the first time I came across them. And there's no value to them, so you'll probably find them in the dollar bin, or you won't have to pay much more than cover on them. But that is, let me move this stuff out of the way. And these two kind of go together because it's the first cameo appearance and the first Brill appearance, or full appearance. And that's Teen Titans number 37 to go along with Teen Titans number 40. Which is the first appearance. This is the first cameo of Miss Martian, and this is the first full appearance of Miss Martian. She's one of the main characters on the Young Justice TV series. I mentioned in my last video too that there was rumors that they could potentially be making a 3rd season of that. Like the creators and stuff are trying to make it happen, and so it's really up to fans. As long as they are watching it on Netflix and stuff, there's a chance. And like I said, these books, you probably find them on eBay for $4 or $5 each. Probably find them in the wild between $1 and $3. Just a cool character. I won't go too much into her backstory because I don't want to reveal any spoilers. But I'm not saying they've set it up, but I'm saying they've made it wide open for this character to make an appearance on the Supergirl show. She seems to really fit in with the vibe, with the things they're doing with the Martian Manhunter on there, and Cadmus and things like that. The red Martians, and there seems to be a window wide open for her to make an appearance on that show. So it's for being such a cheap book, I don't think it's too much speculation to do that. Speaking of speculation, these next 2 books I pick up whenever I see them. Walking Dead 132. This is the first cameo appearance of Alpha. If you're watching the Walking Dead series, we've seen Negan show up, and Negan's probably going to take 1 to 2 of the next seasons up with his storyline in the show. But once Negan's gone, the next big bad that we're going to see is Alpha. And this is her first appearance, if you are a first cameo appearance. And her first full appearance is number 138. Pretty awesome cover right there. And so those 2 books I will be picking up whenever you see them. 132 has kind of a lame cover. 138 is a pretty awesome cover. So definitely, I probably have 4 or 5 copies of each. I never pay more than $4 or $5 each. Usually cover price on them. You can find stores that don't know what they got. And they're not terribly valuable. Even like on eBay when you're paying you know, basically market price for them. They're like $10 to $15 each, and probably still at that price as well. Picked up some Wonder Woman comics. If you saw my other haul video, that same guy was back again. I picked up a 36 sketch, 37 Wonder Woman Superman battle. This one I didn't get last time. It's a number 38 sketch variant. Unfortunately, he didn't have any of the 38 1/100s again. I count myself lucky for getting the one I did get. 39 sketch variant. I got 39 regular cover, or not regular cover, 1/100 cover. And a Wonder Woman number 40, 1/100 variant. This is my last one I got. Wasn't as high of grade as I had hoped it had been. I found a mark on it afterwards, so I was glad to be able to replace it. I actually traded it away to Joe Pop. So Joe, you're watching. If you like any of these ones, hit me up. We can probably work out something else again. Got another copy of Wonder Woman 77 Special. This is 125 variant. Pretty valuable book. Really nice cover. And the last book for this haul is a very book. This is one of the books I was intending to hunt for and to seek out while I was at Wondercon. I was able to find it. Probably pay a little more than I wanted to in this condition, but I got myself a copy of World's Finest number 153. So this is a Batman v Superman. I always think it's funny. It's like an imaginary novel, because you know how all the other comic books aren't imaginary. And so it basically, back in the 60s when they did Elseworld or out of continuity stories, they called them imaginary. So I'll go ahead and take a page out of Detroit Madman's book. I'm going to go ahead and open this book up and show you why I'm so excited to get it. So we'll do that now, and that'll be the end of this video. So we have World's Finest number 153, if this camera will focus. We got Batman throwing a... That was basically a Batman v Superman story. Love the artwork on this cover, that old-timey style. And, you know, this is what if... Basically what the story is Bruce Wayne and his dad are working. You know, we see how mad he is. He's like, I'm going to tear this picture up. And Bruce Wayne's dad was killed by Superboy. And so here we see he found his dad, and we see the red and blue whooshing out the window. And so Batman becomes Batman now, not because his parents were killed in the alley, but for the sole purpose of killing Superman. And then so he still finds himself a Robin. And Robin thinks he's a little too obsessive about this battle with it. And the reason I wanted this one is because it has one of my favorite panels, my thumbnail and my opening of Batman slapping Robin right across the face and telling him that he's never going to give up. Here we got him grabbing around the collar. And, you know, just to be safe, he uses this funky machine to erase Robin's memory and send him back to the orphanage. So Batman really did a number on Robin. He wiped his memory and sent him to an orphanage so he can continue his mission to kill Superman. So that's why I was excited to get that issue. World's Finest 153. Love the cover. Just love this old style art. You know, obviously nowadays you draw a lot more detail. And if you got a comic book with that level of artwork on it, you know, we have middle-aged Superman there. A little bit in the Adam West mold, it looks like. So that's my video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and had a good time.